Pop culture history is being brought to life once again as Jaafar Jackson, the nephew of Michael Jackson, steps into the role of his legendary uncle in the upcoming biopic Michael. The teaser released this week by Lionsgate offers the first glimpse of Jaafar recreating some of the king of pop's most iconic moments, from his early Jackson 5 performances to his record-breaking solo career. The film, directed by Antoine Fuqua and written by John Logan, is set for worldwide release on April 24, 2026. The production promises an intimate yet spectacular retelling of Michael Jackson's journey, from the child star who rose to fame in Gary, Indiana, alongside his brothers, to becoming the world's most influential entertainer. Lionsgate and Universal Pictures International described the film as offering a front-row seat to Michael Jackson as never before, combining his on-stage brilliance with a deeper look into his personal life, creative struggles, and family relationships. Jaafar Jackson, the son of Jermaine Jackson, has drawn widespread attention for his uncanny resemblance to his uncle. The young actor and singer shared that stepping into the role is both an honor and a challenge, saying he hopes to capture not just a performer, but the man behind the music. In the newly released footage, he can be seen wearing the familiar sequin glove and fedora, performing with a confidence that recalls Michael at his peak. The cast includes Academy Award nominee Coleman Domingo as Michael's father, Joe Jackson, and Nia Long as his mother, Katherine Jackson. Juliano Cruz plays a young Michael during the Jackson 5 era, while Kendrick Sampson portrays legendary producer Quincy Jones. Kat Graham appears as Diana Ross, a close friend who helped introduce the Jackson 5 to Motown Records. The biopic spans decades, following Jackson's evolution through milestones like Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad, albums that redefined global pop music. Director Antoine Fuqua, known for Training Day and The Equalizer, has said his vision is to portray the superstar with depth and humanity. Michael was more than a performer. He was a force of nature, an artist who changed how we see music, dance, and fame itself, Fuqua explained in a production statement. Producers Graham King, known for Bohemian Rhapsody, and John Branca, co-executor of Jackson's estate, have collaborated closely to ensure the film's authenticity. Michael Jackson's story is both triumphant and tragic. Born on August 29, 1958, he began performing at the age of 5 with his brothers in the Jackson 5, achieving instant success with hits like I Want You Back and ABC. His solo career skyrocketed in the 1980s with the release of Thriller, which remains the best-selling album of all time. His innovative music videos, groundbreaking choreography, and unmatched stage presence earned him global acclaim, but fame came with immense pressure. Over the years, Jackson faced intense media scrutiny and personal controversies that shadowed his later life. The singer's untimely death on June 25, 2009, at the age of 50 from acute propofol intoxication, sent shockwaves around the world. Millions mourned his passing, and his memorial at the Staples Center in Los Angeles was broadcast globally to more than 1 billion viewers. Despite the controversies that followed, Jackson's influence on music, fashion, and pop culture remains unparalleled. His family has continued to preserve his legacy through charitable foundations and tributes, making this biopic both a celebration and a reckoning. Jaafar Jackson's casting has drawn praise from Michael's family, including his mother, Katherine Jackson, who described the choice as divine. It's so wonderful to see Michael's spirit live on through Jaafar, she said in a recent statement. Fans, however, remain divided. Some view the estate's involvement as an opportunity for accuracy, while others worry it may soften the more difficult parts of Michael's story. Still, anticipation continues to grow as Michael promises to blend dazzling recreations of legendary performances with unseen sides of the man behind the myth. Whether the film achieves balance between celebration and truth remains to be seen, but for millions who grew up on his music, seeing a Jackson portray a Jackson may be the most fitting tribute of all. Jaafar Jackson was born on July 25, 1996 in Los Angeles, California, the son of Jermaine Jackson and Alejandra Genevieve Ozayaza. His early life was steeped in performance. He began singing and dancing at the age of 12, and even once had aspirations of becoming a professional golfer. Before being cast in the lead role of his uncle, Michael Jackson, Jaafar released his debut single, Got Me Singing in 2019, whose music video was filmed in Vidigal, Rio de Janeiro. His official site describes him as possessing a Jackson-esque tone, strong dance skills, and a focus on continuing his family's musical legacy, while also aiming to revolutionize the music recording industry. In interviews, director Antoine Fuqua has praised Jaafar's physical resemblance and performance, calling it uncanny, how much he channels Michael's voice, movement, and stage presence. This level of casting suggests the film's producers are striving for both visual and performative authenticity, rather than a loose interpretation. Turning to Paris Jackson, she has publicly stated she has 0% involvement in the upcoming biopic titled Michael. While earlier reports claimed she provided helpful input, Paris refuted those assertions, saying she only reviewed a first draft of the script, submitted notes she felt were dishonest, and then withdrew from the project when those notes were ignored. She has criticized the film's narrative direction, claiming it panders to a very specific section of my dad's fandom that still lives in the fantasy, and labeled the script as containing a lot of inaccuracy and full-blown lies. Paris made it clear she prefers honesty over commercial storytelling, writing on Instagram, "Not my monkeys, not my circus. God bless and Godspeed." Her remarks reflect a deeper tension about how her father's life and legacy are portrayed, particularly given the controversial and complex aspects of Michael Jackson's story. Paris Michael Catherine Jackson was born on April 3, 1998, in Beverly Hills, California. She is the only daughter of Michael Jackson and his second wife, Debbie Rowe, and has two brothers, an older brother Prince Michael Joseph, Prince, and a younger half-brother Prince Michael Jackson II. While she spent early years at the expansive Neverland Ranch estate, Paris later described that her father insisted the children earned privileges like rides and games by reading books and doing schoolwork, despite their privileged surroundings. Paris began her own path in entertainment and modeling. She signed with IMG Models in 2017 and has worked in both acting and music. Her debut album, Wilted, was released in 2020 via Republic Records, indicating her interest in crafting a musical identity distinct from her father's. Her lifestyle choices reflect a commitment to authenticity and conscious living. She lives in a bohemian-style vintage home filled with natural materials and earthy tones, and has spoken of a preference for organic, cruelty-free fashion and ethical consumption. All being said, we can't wait to see how Michael captures the legend's spirit on screen. The world is watching. See you on the other side of history.